The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB-TV.
Where my girls got the sweetest pussy.
Welcome to SinCityBounty.com. You know what happens when I say the word project and everybody pushes their boobs to the camera? Ready? Project.
Oh, is that what it means?
Hey, no.
They're looking pretty good on camera, too.
It added 10 pounds to me.
Projected. What? It didn't even add nothing to me. If anything, it made me more negative. I don't understand. Oh, that's what happens when you're a negative B cup.
Welcome back to SinCityBounty. We are here with the ladies of Crave because their club premiered this last weekend, and I'm sure there are stories already. Am I wrong?
There's lots of things going on.
Absolutely.
No stories whatsoever.
None?
None at all. You guys have nothing.
Toxie, let's start with your
nothing.
stories, huh?
I think
Ooh,
she has
yes.
the most
She had a
interesting.
lot of fun.
Yes.
Did I?
Yes, she did.
I mean, number one, first, it should come as no surprise. I have fun wherever I go. So I'm a blast at the zoo. I'm really fun at, like, Chuck E. Cheese. I find the fun wherever I go, and apparently I found the fun that night. So here's what I'll tell you. It was a great time. It was a very, like, upbeat, good energy, like a really great vibe. Really great, people there, a lot of people. You got to see, old friends. People came in from out of town. You got to see a lot of new faces. Pretty good mix between the ladies and men. So it wasn't, I've been to them before where it's been a lot of dudes and they're creepers, and you're like, oh crap. And I've been there where it's the reverse, where it's not pretty even. So definitely a lot. Sierra and I had bottle service, which was fun. Highly recommended. Sorry. Because usually I have to wait in line at the bar, and it's annoying, and you just get to drink faster if it's right there. Like, you don't have that annoying pause, like, oh, I probably should go get another drink. So, yeah, we had anticipated a few more, like, you were unable to be there. And I know you don't normally drink, but we had some just in case. So, the two of us had to drink the bottle. It was like a public service.
Totally mandatory, totally.
It was mandatory.
Yeah.
Well, at first I said, and it's so funny because Sierra and I have been out so many times where we've taken a bottle and not come back with the bottle. So I don't know what I was thinking going, oh my gosh, are we going to be able to take the extra home? Like, can we sneak out with whatever's left over? No, there was fucking nothing left over. There never is when it comes to us. There never is. So, no, it was definitely a really, really fun night. So you guys did an amazing job.
Good. I'm so
I've
glad.
Had a good time.
I've been to a lot of parties. I didn't get the name Toxie. It didn't come easily. I worked really hard. It stands for intoxicated. I've worked really hard to get that name.
And you earned it Saturday
I
night.
earned it. But I had fun in doing so.
You were smiling the whole night. Every time I saw
right?
you, you had the biggest grin on your face. Totally.
I had a
Absolutely.
blast.
Yeah.
So, and everybody was like super dressed up. I mean, I sported some jeans because, okay, come on, ladies. Y'all had dresses on.
Mm-hmm.
How does your crotch not sweat? Like, how are you not like dripping sweat from being hot and dancing and all warm? What
It
do you
does,
do?
but dresses hides them better because when you're wearing jeans or pants and your crotch sweats, it just gets wet like you peed yourself.
Right. Where there's air flowing with the dress. And feminine deodorant body spray helps with that.
But it doesn't like stop you from sweating. I'm a sweater anyway. Like I naturally sweat, and then I have this medicine I take that makes it like tenfold. So all I could think about was, did you guys ever see when Christina Aguilera sang and she had spray tan on her? And she either peed or sweat or something. She was wearing a skirt and it dripped down her leg and rolled right through the spray tan and down.
I did not.
So Google it when you have nothing
I
to do.
will. Yeah, totally.
Christina Aguilera pees on stage.
After
Like
the show.
Google it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, totally look it up. But I don't want that to happen. Not that I tan, but I don't want that to happen.
So you're spray tanning between your legs? Is that
Yeah,
what
You know, you could always
Just
get
between my legs.
some Sure and Dry Clear and rub it on your hand and then wipe it on your crotch.
Here's the deal. I also sit like a dude. Like I
Just
can't close my
around the
legs
crotch,
like a
maybe
lady.
not right on it.
Like, what is the term? I man spread?
Yes.
I have huge thighs. Like I can't. I'm not.
We all do, honey.
I'm
we
not
we
all
all
I'll
do.
do. I mean,
I'm not all dainty.
great
on
club.
tiny
I'm
spot,
man
like,
spreading right now.
Right?
I think I am too.
We don't have a choice, but yeah.
I sit even in a dress and immediately I'm all and I can't help it. And I'm like, oh, I should close my legs and be a lady. And then 2 minutes later, I'm like, fuck it.
But some of our fans love our big thighs, right? Exactly.
True.
Right.
It's part of our
True.
charm.
They want to see the thighs.
Yeah.
True.
But there are some products, but I want to say that there is a powder that you can order on Amazon. It's called Monkey Butt. I know that's a funny name.
I'm familiar
It's
with
a
that.
funny name, but you know what? It's just really fine, thin talcum powder. So if you get like the chub rub or something like that, you can kind of put it on there, and you don't have a problem with that either.
Yeah, there's a cream that I use for chub rub. I'm trying to think of what
It's
it's
like a
called.
liquid talc or something, or
Sort of, yeah. It's like a cream, but it's not clear. It's opaque. That's what the color is. Like opaque, and it goes on. But I normally throw on Spanx anyway. I'm not a dress person. However, most of the women were, and
Yes,
y'all looked
they were looking
amazing.
hot. They were.
And I was still looking hot in my jeans, so I did all right.
You rocked your jeans.
Oh, yeah.
So
I use a Body Glide. I found it at like a sporting goods store, and it's for professional bikers. Seriously, so it goes through, stands up to sweat and everything, and hours of rubbing together, and it looks kind of like a deodorant. Comes in a deodorant stick that you just roll up, just put it on the areas where
oh
you need
yeah,
to.
I know what you're
Bam,
talking
done.
about. Runners use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, runners use the
Love
same
it.
thing. I
Especially
do
when
that too,
dresses are
Toxie.
short.
Julie has to remind me to be a lady.
oh
Yeah,
yes,
the minute
yes,
I
yes.
sit, I'm all burr.
You know, I mean, if you're sitting next to me and I'm always crossing my legs when I have a dress on, always. But I'll be like, hey, abs, hey, shut your legs. So I'll have to remind you. I'll have to remind you when I'm sitting next to you. I'll totally remind you. I
The
promise.
last time my legs have crossed, I was like 3. And it was in preschool.
Okay, I don't cross my legs. I cross my ankles.
No, that's what I do. I can cross my ankles.
I cross
but-
my ankles.
Yeah.
Mom, that's
But no,
for
the
you.
event
Okay.
was really awesome. Seriously, the mix was about like 60-40, which was a really good mixture of men. Single, couples, totally good demographics.
Yeah.
The ladies were looking fabulous. The guys were looking sharp. Some nice hats, some nice button-down shirts. The music, totally on point.
Oh, I have to tell you, it was probably, I'm not knocking any other DJ because I actually love a lot of our local DJs that we've used for parties, that have been used for parties before. But he was hot. He was rocking it. So, although I did ask him to play Taylor Swift, as I always do at every
Well,
place. And if he played it, I don't know, I was drunk. But I kind of
played it.
stood there. Did he? Because I stood there
Yes,
and danced.
Darren totally played it. Yeah, I'm totally vouching for Darren. DJ July totally played Taylor Swift at his
And
party.
listen, people dance when it comes on. I'm telling you, every single time. The DJs are always like, no, I'm not going to play that. No one will dance. And I always go, I promise people will dance. People dance to Taylor Swift. Even if it's drunk me in the middle by myself. Like, people
With
dance
her little
to Taylor
elephants.
Swift.
And
Yeah.
How many times did you get to do the group dances? You know, the one where everybody gets up
There's
and
at least a couple.
Yeah.
There's
There are
the
a few.
wobble,
There
the
are a
cupid
few.
shuffle,
the
yeah,
Chicago.
glide or something. I'm not
hop or
really hip
whatever
on the
it
line
is.
dancing. I don't do line
Yeah.
dancing. I'm totally a leader. I'm not a follower. I just can't get into
Then
it.
you go do your fucking own dance. Like, as they're all doing the electric slide, you're over there discoing.
There you
Do
go.
what you gotta do.
But I will say, I got on the dance floor probably 6 or 7 times, which is probably a record for me.
nice.
Yeah, so
Were you at capacity?
we
you
were not
turning
at
people
capacity.
away?
No, we did not, but we hit about a 140 to 150. So that was a
Wow.
really good turnout.
And it was great because you weren't sardined in there. because there was the outside patio, and
As
I know
well.
like
People
when I got
love the patio.
yes.
They
Yes,
love.
it had a fire pit. It was
Yes.
wonderful in the cool
And
air.
there was no smoke inside because they would go outside to smoke.
Yep.
And so that was amazing.
No line at the bar, hardly ever. Like, it was
Nice.
really good. And the
Yeah.
staff, I have
Phenomenal.
to say, they were phenomenal. They were so easy to work with, so accommodating. It was just it was so nice. Yeah, and the pictures, they're going to be posted and with our logo and everything. He said either tomorrow or the next day. So they'll be on our website. Miss Abby Dio, we'd be putting them on there, and people can see all the pictures. I mean, people loved it. They were like, take pictures over here. We had big groups of people taking pictures. So it was
So
fun.
that's one thing I realized after is that I doubt I'm in any pictures because I wander too much. Like I can't sit still
She's probably in
when
all
I'm
of
drinking.
them. In the background going,
I'm probably in. I'm probably in
She's
every
doing that
single
photo
one.
bomb from the back. Like,
Yeah, I'm there like shots, what?
like the bottle's empty.
But I even thought of that after. I'm like, oh, I should have gone and had some pictures then. But
First before the drinking. So
Right,
next
next
time
time.
we'll make that a
Right.
priority.
Right.
Get you in the pictures first. Have you
Right.
stand in front
before I
of the
start
backdrop.
drinking, and then I'm a hot mess, and I'm like dripping with sweat.
And you
were
think
not
you're
a
all
hot mess.
like,
You were not a hot mess. I vouch for that.
No,
I
you
saw you
weren't.
at the end
You
of the
were
night,
not.
and you were still not a hot mess.
Sweet.
You were drunk, but that's okay.
Yeah, of
We
course.
expected that. Yeah.
Right.
And then Eddie Schatz, one of my good friends from North Carolina, Charlotte, he brought the rubber ducks. Okay, they
love
glow
the
in the
rubber
dark.
ducks.
People put them in the drinks, put them in their
Right here. And they
boobs,
were
put them
glowing.
everywhere.
My boobs were
Everybody was
shining.
walking around with these glow in the dark,
So,
flashing
did he
ducks.
also have like flat hair things?
He
Yes.
had everything. Yes, he's a
I
glow
didn't know where
king.
that shit came from.
Yeah.
Like even Sierra had one in her hair, and I'm like, what's happening? I don't even know. And
Yeah.
then I wandered off.
Yeah.
known.
But yeah, so, and the
That looked
staff
cool.
said we did such a great job that they're going to invite us back.
I see this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have a new flyer. By the way, to see the photos from the premiere event, it is at cravelv.com.
Yes.
CRAVELV.com. And tomorrow or the next day, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And so we have a new flyer because a new party is coming.
Yay.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Go ahead, Karen.
Well, it's Party with a Purpose, and that's our theme. And it will be Saturday night, November 10th. Same time, it will be from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And right now, my thoughts are escaping me.
Wait, it's
So-
till 2?
It's
Did I
till
leave
2.
at 2, or did I
No.
just stay?
We
No.
we
It
had to
ended at
kick
3.
people- we kicked people out at 3:30 because
Yeah.
they weren't wanting to leave.
Was I
and,
one?
I think we were all just really exhausted. It was a really long night. So lesson learned that we probably need to cut off at 2.
So that by 3, everybody's out.
But the party with the purpose is that we're giving back to the feeding families, and we're giving back this month. So there'll be some more information on our website soon, but we're going to be raffling off a VIP booth with some entry to a future event. So, and it would be of your choice. So when people donate, they would be entered in the raffle, and then we'll do a live drawing, and then you get to win a VIP booth.
And I see that it's 15 cover all night. Are you still offering the $10 pre-sale?
We are. It's still going to be available on our website. There's just so much words on the flyer that we opted to not do that.
That's
but
fine.
Yeah, we're just so excited.
That's awesome. That November, it's the perfect month for.
Right.
It really is. We want to be
Feeding
giving back to
Families
the
charity, yeah.
community. I mean, we want to be part of the community. You know, we are a size acceptance group, not strictly BBW. And you know what? We had a bunch of different sizes, so
Right.
it was
We
really
did.
nice.
That's true.
Yeah.
Lot of new faces. And people acknowledge that, like, wow. I've never seen some of these people. Who are they? So it's just nice. And people came from out of town. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm coming back. Let me know. People are dying to know. We're still waiting on New Year's Eve. We have not confirmed, but I'm going to put in my bid and business plan, and I'm hoping that we're going to get New Year's Eve.
Nice, nice. Well, you guys did a great job, and they loved you, so
We're hoping. Cross our
We're
Hoping,
fingers.
cross your fingers.
fantastic. So I'm excited about this. I have to check my book to make sure I double booked that night. Well, I was already booked for something when your night came up, so that's why I couldn't be there. But I live vicariously through the girls and their pictures, and it looked like they had a ton of fun.
I only did one bathroom selfie this time. So I was a little bit impressed. Although I was super impressed. Usually the next day I'm like, why do I have 32 pictures of me on the toilet? Like, I don't understand. There's one regular picture of me and then there's 32 of me on the toilet, like making different faces. So, but I do remember screaming at you that I'm going to go take a pic of my vagina and send it to you. I do remember that.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Yes, she did. 'Cause
And I'm
the
like,
last
I'm going to take a pic of my vagina.
the last show, when I gave her my phone number, she said, "Oh, I'm gonna send you dirty texts and stuff like that." And so I was complaining to her. I'm like, "Hey, it's been a week. I haven't gotten anything. What the heck? You made these promises and you're not keeping them." And then she started yelling at me, saying, "Well, I'm gonna go take a picture of my vagina." Well, you go do that, girl. Did she? No.
Still no vagina.
Still no dirty text. Still
Broken,
nothing.
broken promises.
I know.
Yeah,
I
you
know,
know, my
right
heart's
there.
crushing here.
But what here? I have to reiterate. When I drink, I naturally have squirrel syndrome or shiny quarter syndrome, where I'm focused on one thing and I can easily forget what I'm doing.
Like
and where I'm
kindergartners
at.
with sparkles.
Yeah. No, I'm totally like a kindergartner. Like, I used to be a trainer, not a physical trainer, obviously, but a corporate trainer, and they actually had to put up in my training room, they had to put blinds up because I was always like, if people were walking outside of the room, and I'm like, what's good? Is there a meeting? Me? No, okay. So, so that's basically, they had to put up blinds. Anyway, when I drink, it's tenfold. So, I'm like, oh, I'm on my way to the restroom, and then the next thing you know, I'm outside, and I'm like, wait, where was the rush? Did I go? I don't even remember, from A to B.
If you ever go to one of these parties and Toxie's out in the parking lot squatting to take a pee, please take her by the hand indoors to where the bathroom is.
I didn't leave. And you know why I didn't leave? Because I saw the sign. I knew. I didn't want to be the one in the parking lot, banging on the door, please let me back in. So, yeah. So I'm very impressed with myself that I didn't leave, because I wander. And at least this way I
It was
wandered
big
internally.
enough venue that you had some outside, so you felt outside.
Right.
That's what it
you know,
was. Yeah, that's what it was, because I like to, cool down, breathe in secondhand smoke. So whatever it is you do outside.
There's plenty of eye candy to look at.
Yeah.
Oh, there was
Absolutely.
no shortage of it.
No
No
shortage
shortage
whatsoever.
So.
And it was kind of nice because the patio is right there on the strip where you're, watching people walk on the sidewalk. And we actually had people come in who were like, wow, what are you guys doing? What kind of party is this? And then they came in, paid, and joined the party.
There was somebody, as we were coming in the parking lot, and they asked, what's going on in there. And they were, I don't know if they ever did, but they were coming back to come join the party. But they had walked by and saw everything and heard everything. So they were totally.
Yeah, it's a
Totally
great
down for
location.
it.
The only thing that we would suggest is to Uber, Lyft. Even if you have to drive really close, find a public parking. We are going to actually scope out parking lots and kind of figure out what stores close, and probably put a map on our website so that helps people. But they had a big wedding that we can't
we
help.
didn't know.
So people were a little frustrated with the parking, and I totally get that. But obviously, it's not within our power or control.
Right.
But that's the
If
one
someone
thing.
were to Uber or Lyft, could they be dropped at the door?
Right
Yes.
at the door.
Yeah,
right at the
yeah.
door.
Right at the
Yep.
door.
So yes, it was awesome. And everybody just was very well behaved. Everybody cooperated. We checked IDs, purses, nobody left and tried to come back in. They saw the sign, because we have the no re-entry. But yeah, no, it was awesome.
I'm going to tell you it's a good idea. And the reason it's a good idea is we've all been to enough parties to know what happens in the parking lot. Now,
Yep.
I go in the parking lot to get some air. I'm not.
So she said.
That's what I say. Although once I did, or maybe more than once, I've done Jello shots in a parking lot. But
We know who supplied those.
Thankfully, she has never
So.
been the one to perform fellatio in the parking
right,
lot.
right.
Which
I've
is what we
never-
often see whenever we
Right.
leave
Oh, yeah.
other parties.
Well, and a lot of people, what we wanted to do is not allow them to go drink in the parking lot and then come back
Right,
in.
No
and
car
that's
bar.
what
then,
happens.
then
yeah.
there's a lot of fights. I mean, we've
Yeah.
seen so many fights in parking lots because there's drinking, there's massive drinking, and then you're out there and you just have these,
Yeah.
quarrels.
So it was, it was all kind of contained in there. Nobody seemed upset at not going in and out. Having the patio is perfect.
Yes.
And to be quite honest, I really was joking about the secondhand smoke, because I was sitting right next to somebody smoking a cigar and I didn't even smell it. Like, I'm sensitive to it, and I just sat right next to him, and it was like
And
just
several
fresh
of the
air.
cigar smokers were having a great time because they could actually sit out there, and it was a beautiful evening. Honestly, the rain wasn't there, the weather was perfect.
It's nice and
Oh
cool.
my gosh!
Walk outside, cool off from dancing.
Vegas for the rest of the year is going to be awesome
Yes.
until summer.
Yeah.
So I have to tell you, post party.
Not
I
the
have
official
a
post-party.
habit.
Recovery is real.
Recovery is real.
Okay.
But I have a habit, and this goes back years, that I have these friends who had a pool in their house, and when we would all go out, you know, I used to be married, and my friends were married, and I used to we'd all go out, and I would invite strangers back to their house, like, all the time. It was a habit. Many times, like, the wife would have to tell me, please don't invite strangers to my house.
My gosh.
But it goes way back.
Thank God you don't know where I live.
So
yet.
I know. Don't let me know. I tell people.
We're
don't
never
don't let me
having
know.
an after party at your house.
So here's what happened. So my friends are no longer together, but one still lives here and has a pool. And I don't know. I guess I thought it was a great idea to invite people there. A lot of people.
Okay.
I invited you guys. I invited a lot of people. And then I left the party.
I know. I got a text message at like 5:15 when I was already asleep.
Yeah.
Crashed out.
Is
This
why
was not a
Sierra
good
is not
idea.
talking to you anymore?
No, I actually had an Uber to her house. So yeah. They left. I was like, who wants to go to a pool party? Apparently they didn't. But I ended up right back at her house. You know, yeah, I had an Uber back. But I kind of got there and I'm like, I shouldn't be here.
You did
I
text
felt-
it to me. You did
yeah,
text
yeah,
me.
I
This
did.
was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Actually, she's like, no, go. Come on, Julie,
Yeah.
go.
Before she left, before Toxie left, Karen, is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Should I not go? Karen, what do you think? Da-da-da-da. So she already knew deep down, not a good idea.
I knew. And you know, the funny part is I actually know that I kind of have my own reasons for just feeling like it wasn't a good idea, and ultimately, you know, why I left. But I knew that nobody would really be upset if I were there. You know, it's not that type of situation. I just felt bad, and I'm like, no, I shouldn't be here. I need to go. And then, and that's what I did. And I left all of those people most that I didn't even know, but I invited.
Abby did
She
say.
invited everybody
She
on
said-
the way out. On the way out the door, Toxie
Yeah.
was inviting people. And Sierra was
Yes.
very interactive, and she let me know that she had been drinking, and that's why she was so social.
Yeah, so Sierra's hit or miss. Sometimes she's super outgoing and she wants to go, you know, dance, hang out with everyone. And other times, even when she's drinking, she just wants to sip her drink and chill. And so I know that she was being social, but I think it was also more of a kind of sit and chill night for her. But I know she had fun too.
Oh, she did. She came up to me and she was like, this is a really fabulous event. I'm really proud of you ladies. You all did a really great job. Everybody's having a good time. She even said, you know, there's no cliques. Everybody's really friendly and
Right.
nice. You know, it was just a very different, and I think it's nice that it was such a big venue. So it was easy to mingle and move around, and it wasn't like, excuse me.
Yeah, and
you
you're
know.
trying to
Right.
squish through and stuff like that. And
Yeah, and Abby's right. To be fair, a lot of people invited other people as the club was closing, yes. And I laughed. As I left, Abby was there on the couch.
So you weren't the only person inviting people to this party.
No, I was not the only. I don't necessarily know how much he knew there was going to be a party, like the owner of the house. But everyone else knew there was going
He
to be a
probably
party.
just invited one girl. And the girl said, maybe I shouldn't do this alone. Invited her friend, who invited every other friend, who then invited.
And you tell a friend, and then so on, and so on, and so on. Oh, God. And we are all old enough to know that reference.
Yes. I feel honored that I was invited and I was part of the cool group, even though I'm so tired. By the end of the night, there was no way.
It took
way.
me all day till Monday morning to recover.
It is the thought that counts, right?
I know, right?
We're there in spirit.
Well, Abby and I did a do-over on Sunday. We went to the Blue Martini to visit our Los Angeles friends. You know, I'm part of the Wolf Pack. They stayed an extra day. They're like, hey, let's hang out. We're like, okay. We were troopers. We did. But Sunday I did call in sick. I was not good. Monday, that was gone.
I used to be able to power through, and I could like have a double, or I could like go out drinking one night and then the next night. But it can't happen for me anymore. Like, I can't even think. Right now, I'm like, do I want alcohol? No. I'm never drinking again until the next party.
I'm sorry.
Until November 10th.
Until November 10th, and I'm drinking all the alcohol. Like, I save it
And
up.
making up for it, right? Making
Yeah,
up
I'm
for
going
the
to
whole
make up for
entire
not
month.
doing it.
You know,
but
after the
listen,
show, she's gonna be like, okay, so you're gonna give me a VIP booth, right? I'm gonna reserve one right now, okay, so we can have ours. Yeah, exactly.
that's basically what it's going to be. And, you know, I didn't fall. I did not smash anyone's glass. I didn't spill anything. So, honestly, it was probably one of my best nights out.
And you didn't puke.
I did
You
not
didn't
puke.
in there either, so that's
I didn't puke
that's a
at
plus.
all. Even later, I didn't puke at any point.
I didn't hear that anybody did actually. At the
yeah, I
party.
didn't hear
Maybe
of
after
anyone.
the party. I don't know,
didn't see
but
anyone there. But
Probably
I
at
mean,
that
I've been
dude's
the one
house.
who's done it before.
Oh, please not in the pool. This is not in the pool.
I will be in a lot of trouble then. Like, I got a text in the morning and like, thanks, everyone just left.
Like at 8 something, right?
Yeah, it was later. So,
Yeah.
Hashtag don't
Sorry.
puke in the pool.
Yeah, that's bad.
and hashtag don't tell Toxie where you live.
Totally.
Ever.
Mental note now. If I have a pool party, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have
Just
to
don't-
blindfold you
Yeah,
until
like,
you get you there.
Just
yeah.
say like, I'm just sending an Uber.
Exactly.
You'll end up there. And the funny thing is, I would have had no idea. I hadn't been there in years, so I wouldn't have remembered the
How to get there.
address. And I had asked for it, and don't give it to me, people. Like, do you not know
This
me?
is your official
the tip of the
Sin
knife.
City Bounty and Crave LV warning. Do not let Toxie know where you live if you do not want to have a party there.
Well, I can know where you live. I'll never find it again. So I can know where it is. Just don't give me an address that can be plugged into a phone and found. Oh, by the way, when I called for an Uber, I accidentally gave them Sierra's address. So instead of the address where I was at, so they're like, I'm out here. Where are you?
Oh.
That's
like,
the address I
oh.
want to go to. Sorry.
Oh, wrong address.
They
So-
should know that that's a problem at certain hours of the night on a Saturday.
I'm
anyway,
I'm
right?
certain. Well, I knew the Uber driver anyway, so it was
there you go.
probably expected that that's
So
what I
who's your
would
customer?
do.
Toxie. That should have given it away right there.
right there you learn. So here's what we've learned. If I'm coming to your house after drinking, write your address on my arm in Sharpie.
No, not Sharpie, just pen so that the next day it can be washed away.
You can just sweat it off. You can just sweat it off.
I'm
right?
gonna sweat it off. So I need to know exactly where to tell the Uber driver I'm going after.
Especially if you,
Or she can
especially
just
if
go
she puts
here.
her- or especially if she'll sweat it off, especially if she puts her arm down her crotch.
That's it, because I get a sweaty crotch. And none of you ladies can tell me you don't get a sweaty crotch from dancing.
I didn't say I
really
don't.
No, I don't.
But I do other things. I told you.
We have cures. Haven't you been listening?
Yes,
It's
but it's not going to stop at all.
antiperspirant. Stopped you from sweating.
I'm the virgin, non-crotchy, sweaty person, but I
I
get
have
the
a sweaty
boob
crotch,
sweat. I
people.
get the boob
Apparently,
sweat.
it's just me.
I get the boob sweat.
Well, if you don't have boobs, it's not an issue, so I'm good. Dry as a baby's
I
bottom.
am
You
sweat,
have plenty.
yeah.
Yeah, you have plenty. I know.
Okay, so write the address on your arm.
Give me the address where I'm supposed to stay after. Do not give me the address if you have a pool or a house suitable for a party.
Because she'll take a picture on her phone and go,
I'll invite everyone.
Okay. All
But
right.
no, maybe, okay, I got it. Well, Sharpie on my arm, the address where I need to be to show an Uber driver. But you have to very specifically write, do not come to a party if invited by this woman. So then when I'm like, I mean, they do it for kindergartners, or if you get lost in Disneyland, you're supposed to put a number there, so.
We can use a black light pen, right? So
Yeah.
so it's
No,
like
don't
invisible.
blacklight, like,
no, we don't know where her arms have been.
no. No, let's not blacklight.
Yeah, because blacklight shows other stains as well, and you never
Yeah,
know.
there's other
Right.
things.
You never know what that
They're
arm
attached
has
to the
been.
hand and what the hand and we'll just leave that.
But we're
I mean, not
we're
on
super
me.
excited.
Like, I'm a virgin, like Julie.
Is that why we're like twinsies? Yes. Oh,
Because we're both
you
virgins.
said that with a straight face.
I did. It was hard.
Wow. I couldn't contain myself.
I know it. Now, see, I can see a straight face.
I'm choking on something.
Yes. So what did you do this weekend?
I gave a lecture and I performed some ceremonies this weekend.
That sounds pretty exciting.
Also, my cats have taken to sleeping on me when I'm asleep, and I woke up with a really bad back that day.
Oh, wow.
Because
Is that why Asira said you hurt your back?
I hurt my back.
I'm
And
like, how? And it's from the cats?
I'm pretty sure it's from the cats sleeping on me and me not wanting to turn over to kick them off.
It's because cats are assholes. I
They
mean, I
are.
love them, but they're
I
assholes.
love them.
They are.
I love my cats too. They're assholes.
So you
10
had,
minutes?
Like, you had like pussy back.
I had pussy back.
Okay, maybe we could write a song about it. Want to write a song about that?
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Instead of
I'm really
dirty
good.
cat, pussy.
I know.
I'm really good at writing inappropriate songs that.
That's why I turned to you. Do you want
Yeah.
to write a song?
Yeah, totally.
I totally knew. There you go.
I'm bringing pussy. No, it's not a family song. That's just jacked from someone else.
Well, hey,
I'm
hey.
bringing pussy back.
I was going to ask
do
you
it.
about the charity, but we'll save that for a couple of conversations down the line here.
Can I wear a costume even though it's after Halloween?
Well, there is a dress code, so you can wear a classy costume. You might stand out a little bit more. What kind of costume are you thinking? Should I not ask?
I wouldn't ask.
I want to know.
I'll be there in my slutty nurse's outfit, and I'll be like, I thought this was a costume party. Everyone's dressed all nice.
You just snorted on the radio.
I have my stethoscope with a bottle of lube.
I would have done it first, but you did it first.
I know, and you're the snorter.
I am the snorter. I know.
I just okay when she
I
said
just wanna
costume.
I just want to be in her head because I can just imagine the things she's imagining right now.
Okay, when she said costume, all I could think of was her with chaps.
I'm not
that was
opposed to that.
She wouldn't have a sweaty crotch.
Dancing to Taylor Swift. Right?
I'm totally down for this. Why has no one ever suggested this to me? Y'all are talking about powders and talcum and this deodorant to use. Why?
Chaps. Perfect.
Chaps. It airs out the vag. I'm totally down for this.
Dancing to Taylor Swift.
I saw it with the cowboy hat. Everything. I was just
I'm
like,
down. I'm totally down. And I actually really, I joked about the costume. I hate wearing costumes. It's a
I'm not
whole
a
thing
big
for me.
dresser up.
I'm not
Like
either.
honestly, the only costume time I've ever dressed up was Jessica's Booty Bash that's coming up, and in Atlanta Stars they had a Halloween, and I was really proud of myself for dressing up. It took a lot to come up with a costume. I really suck at costumes. I'm not.
I do too.
Abby is great at costumes. Oh my god. And then I have best friend Nikki who always like, so what's the theme? You're dressing up, right? You're dressing up. So she makes me dress in theme every time I drag her to a party. So I can't take Nikki anywhere anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, I used to, and my ex-husband used to like to dress up. So sometimes we try like in chaps. I'll borrow his.
I am so in
Can
your
ask him
head
for
right
his.
now.
But there was like one year we went as Dog the Bounty Hunter and Beth. Yeah, I mean that was all right. I didn't have the boobs to pull it off, but he looked all right. I got the wig, the mohawk, the mullet wig. Like another time, like again, because I hate actually doing this, I'm like, I'm just gonna wear jammies, carry a teddy bear, and say like I'm a little kid.
isn't that like the easiest costume?
That's the easiest
That's what I
costume.
did
That's
at the
my
Booty
favorite.
Bash 2 years ago. I did. I had a sippy cup, which, you know, had some stuff in it because that's kind of, you know, your style, my style, right? I had a onesie, zipped it up. It was freaking cold in Chicago. It snowed the year I was there. But the Cubs did win. That was kind of a fun trip.
Oh,
But,
okay.
But yeah, so, and hair and pigtails with little freckles. Yeah, it was pretty easy. This year, I have no idea.
I'm not a fan of the dress up either. And that seems to be par for the course for the size acceptance clubs that have been happening here in town.
I
so.
told the girls, we are not doing themes. I do not like themes. We are
Thank
definitely not doing
I
pajama
appreciate
parties because
that.
I don't want to see half nakedness, G-strings on my dance floor. Maybe in the bedroom, maybe,
That's where all my costumes come from.
There are a lot of people that will push the limits when you have these
Yes.
costumes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And you have to make it a decision at the door, and then you're gonna have fights in the parking lot. So
Right.
good way to avoid
And you
it
know
all.
if somebody's wearing like tiny little.
Buddy Williams said that he can help you with costumes.
Oh, okay.
Well, he
So
said,
see, he knows,
Yeah, he totally
right?
knows. He could dress you up.
William
There you
has
go.
a tendency to he loves to dress up as a Klingon, so you're on your own.
I'm out. I am tapping the fuck out. I wouldn't even know what that is.
From Star
I mean, I have
Trek.
I was going to say Star Wars. I was wrong.
I knew it was like Star Wars,
Star something.
but I don't know. which
Sierra,
one.
hurry back!
I love it. You need to like. be
Sierra,
all the
my
time.
nerd sister, hurry back!
They talk about their nerdy shit. And I'm like, I don't even know
I'm
what
not
we're
a
talking
nerd.
about.
We wait for the days when Toxie is late or not going to be here because we
Right.
totally nerd out when she's not here.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't know.
And if I'm not
You're not a
here,
nerd
and I'll
either?
tune
I'm
in.
not a nerd.
Please?
I love Star Trek. And
Yes!
when you said Klingon,
But I knew
you know,
that Trekkies,
I pictured Michael Dorn. Immediately pictured Michael Dorn.
he's that tall guy with stuff on his or didn't he have like a thing on there or something like that?
Yes.
Yes, he has
See, I
riches
kind of-
that's
somebody
from a
must have made me-
disease.
Oh, somebody
that
made me
infected
watch
the
it or
planet.
something. I
Come
reckon
on.
it's right out of it. Yeah, whatever.
Totally sexy after season 3, by the way.
I
Before then,
can't-
not so hot.
I
but
can't figure out any way in which any of that is sexy.
No.
I
no,
can't.
Me neither. Yeah. Even Kirk, not sexy. No. Definitely Spock, not sexy.
You know what?
Wow.
Kirk maybe back way in when they first came out in the 60s. Kirk.
I mean,
later
even
on.
that guy, Jordy, not really sexy. Just saying. See, I know things, but I
I
don't
have
know
Jonathan
things,
Frakes.
right?
You know one thing. You know
Oh, so
one.
with the
I have a picture of Jordy without the eye things that you when you look at it because the first time I saw it, I went, "Holy damn, that's Jordy!"
I saw him on Reading Rainbow, and I was just like, oh, wow, that was
I
Jordy.
do love Reading Rainbow.
Are you not a Patrick Stewart
Take
fan
it-
either?
oh my God.
The
The
older,
accent.
bald accent. Oh my
The
god!
accent.
I would
It's
go.
the
I would go
accent.
for Sean Connery before him.
Yeah.
Sean Connery is
He's
a
it.
wife beater. Thank you very
I'm
much.
just saying, but he's sexy. I'm just saying, for an older guy, he's. kinda
It's the
sexy.
accent, I think. I
Probably.
think that's what
Okay,
does
probably.
it. You know,
Whatever.
like say Mufasa.
Wow. We know what Karen wants somebody to dress up
That
as.
was in The Lion King. I quoted The Lion King right there, right? Come on, how dirty
My,
could that be?
My
Hakuna
daughter's
Matata.
my daughter's soccer coach has an accent, and whenever he's screaming at like somebody, like a ref or something, it always sounds so nice. It's like he's inviting him to lunch, where he's telling him to fuck off. But it sounds like he's like, hey, you want to get, team
What kind of
crumpets or
accent?
whatever? Yeah, he has an English accent.
British.
UK.
So yeah. So, speaking of, really quick, just want to throw something out there. I have a friend of the show, and it's the individual who sent the contribution. But my friend isn't an actual friend. He's more like
An
a
acquaintance?
pet.
Oh, a
A
pet.
pet, right. So he'll do things if you ask him to or tell him to. And since he's my pet, I was going to give him a pet name, so I figured I'd ask you guys your thoughts.
Are you going to bring him here to the show?
No.
He might not leave. That's what pets do, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be kind of gross. Like,
Okay, so what names were you thinking
pet-wise.
about?
So I was just thinking more dog names and.
Rover, Rover, please bend over. What?
Yeah, that's it. Like, that's totally it. You totally guessed it. But anyway, that's the individual who sent over the money. So he's kind of a show pet.
Okay.
That's kind of nice to give us money and you can be
Yeah.
our show pet.
Yeah, that's exactly
kinda
what it
awesome.
is. So
We have a Patreon account if you guys want to help support our show. So hopefully one of these days we can go on the road or at least buy drinks at a party so you
Right.
can hear the stories from afterwards. You can find us, Sin City Bounty. Just type it in over on Patreon, and you can find us. If you contribute $5 or more a month, you get to be in our super secret Facebook group where Toxie usually posts the very worst of the bathroom selfies.
I do. That's normally where I'm like,
Oh, so they get to see the
these-
vagina
Wow.
pics,
They
but I
do.
don't.
They do, basically. I posted pictures of. Although I did post a picture of my ass crack on Facebook. It hasn't been reported yet, but my pants keep
They might have
jacking
thought
down.
it was your cleavage instead, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
So
It's ass crack.
stay tuned for more updates on the brand new and fabulous, as it turns out, Crave parties that are happening here in Las Vegas. We'll be sure to have these ladies on often because, number one, they're very pretty, and number two, they don't mind talking about butt sex and crotch sweat. So, I'm Alexia,
I'm Karen.
I'm Julie.
Toxie.
and we will see you next week if you're brave enough.
Get out and vote, bitches.